All right, let's take a look really quickly at 5.9. I did not assign this as a graded assignment, but I thought it was interesting to see how we can change some of these things really quickly. So, this is a program that originally says we're going to try to interact with you as though we were a therapist. So, let's scroll over here and we'll run it, and then we'll take a look at the program coding itself. Good morning, I hope you are well. What can I do? Fix my back. Please continue. It hurts. You seem to think that it hurts. Why do you say that I do? So, what it's really doing is echoing back a piece of content. And so what we look at here, so we have a couple of different things. So we have hedges. Please tell me more. Many of our patients tell me the same thing. Please continue. So a list of items we can throw out. Qualifiers. Why do you say that? You seem to think that. Can you explain why? And replacements, so that we flip I for you, me for you, my for your. So we can take what somebody types in and we can flip it around. So our reply strategy really starts with this idea. Different reply strategies based on randomness. So if probability is equal to 1s, and remember we 1 through 4, so 25% probability, it returns a hedges. Otherwise, it returns a random choice qualifiers plus change person's sentence. So that's where it gets kind of interesting, because this just passes out one of our hedge statements up here. This actually then says we're going to replace first person pronouns with second person. Okay. So we split this sentence up, and then it appends a word for a word. So in other words, we put these all back together, and we get those sentences like what you saw, where it took a piece of my sentence and flipped I to my and those kinds of things here, or you to we. So that's really kind of the interesting piece of this. This is just a loop to allow this to run essentially forever until we type quit, and then it will break out of that. So the problem is, or one of the problems, when the patient addresses the therapist personally, the therapist's reply does not change. Test the program with "You are not a helpful therapist." Fix this problem by adding onto the dictionary of replacements to repair you and are. I hope you are well today. What can I do for you? You can help me. Many of my patients tell me the same thing. Your abilities are limited. Why do you say that my abilities are limited? So that's what hopefully we can fix and we can correct. So when we look at our replacements, so what we probably need to do is add some additional replacements that are in there. So jump down to the next line so we can see something. So we know that if there's a problem, if we say you, it doesn't really know how to handle that. So we'll convert you to I, and we'll convert your, so your to my, yours, to, let's see, yours to mine, yes. Colon in between them because they're dictionary items. And then R to am, I think is the other one. R to am. So we're not making radical changes because it seems to work for the most part. Now, if I type those all right, now I can run it again. And what it wants us to test a sentence with is, you are not a helpful. So previously, it would not have handled that you very well. So here it flips that from you to I. Why do you say that I'm not a helpful therapist? So just simply changing those seems to make a lot of difference in there. So this one, again, we're not scoring it, but I thought it's an interesting enough program that I would throw that on there for you. All right. Thank you, and have a great week.